how Proxmox integrates SDN to manage the virtual networks. Proxmox we introduced SDN as an experimental feature in 2019. Over time, it evolved through user feedback and continuous improvement. By version 6.2, the SDN interface was integrated into the web GUI, and by Proxmox 8.1, SDN became a core feature installed by default. The inclusion of DHCP and IP address management and a broader zone management has solidified its role as a powerful networking solution. SDN in Proxmox VE addresses the growing demand for flexibility, scalability, and isolated network configurations. It especially uses the multi-tenancy where multiple clients or departments need isolated network setups. So SDN simplifies the complex setups, enabling administrators to manage virtual zone, virtual networks, and the subnets seamlessly across clusters and even geographical locations. So I want to make it simple for you to go to practical aspects of the Proxmox software-defined network. Let us understand what are the key components of the software-defined network in Proxmox. So a zone in the Proxmox software-defined network is virtually separated network area. Depending upon the zone type, the network behaves different. Like if we break down different type of the zones that you can have within the Proxmox virtual environment, software-defined network, first type of zone is simple zone, ideal for NAT or routed setups. So for instance, a small office might use a simple zone to segregate the internal traffic from the internet. You can also have it for the home lab and small office environments. Then is the VLAN zone. So these rely on the VLAN tagging. If you are already using VLAN on your network, so these will rely on the VLAN tagging to segment the traffic across physical interfaces. So a company with multiple departments or multiple network type, for example, sometimes you have access control network, CCTV network, data network, and so on. So depending upon either departmental or type of the traffic, you can create these isolated zones and then share it with the physical networks. Then is QINQ. So these are suitable for the service providers that need the multiple layers of VLANs isolation. If you are a service provider, definitely you will need to go for these type of zones. So VXLAN zones. So depending upon another organization type, for example, if you are a hosting provider, so you might use VXLAN or VXLAN zones. So these create layer 2 overlays using the UDP tunneling. Hosting providers might use VXLAN zones for seamless cross-cluster VM communication. Then is EVPN zones. So these provide layer 3 routing across VNet using BGP. For instance, a global enterprise can route traffic between its offices efficiently. What kind of network you are, what kind of company you are, what kind of infrastructure you have to choose zone type based on your needs. For isolated networks, use simple zone. For segment traffic with VLANs tagging, use VLAN zones. For advanced scenarios requiring double tagging, use QINQ. If spanning multiple locations, opt for VXLAN or EVPN. Another component in Proxmox software-defined network is VNet. So a VNet is a virtual bridge inside the zone. Once VNet is created, it appears as a Linux bridge on each node. Imagine a development environment needing isolated network for testing. So you could create a VLAN zone and add VNets for separate projects. So each VNet can have its own subnet and IP range, ensuring clear boundaries. Now let us talk about subnets and IP address management, or IPAM. So these are two components that you see. So subnets you will see with VNet. Once you have created VNet, so Proxmox interface will show you subnet and IPAM settings. Subnets define the IP range within a VNet. So IPAM, or an IP address management, automates the IP allocation and ensures efficient usage. So with DHCP integration, Proxmox can dynamically assign the IPs, reducing manual configuration. For instance, if Proxmox cluster is hosting multiple clients, so each client can have their own VNet and subnets assigned from distinct IP ranges. So IPAM ensures no overlap. Each tenant, each department, each network can have their own IP subnets. So you can configure, of course, all of these in the Proxmox web GUI and CLI. Detailed tutorial is available in the next video, but you can see that you can open Proxmox SDN panel. First step is to define the zone. Once you have defined the zone, you have to give a zone ID. Zone ID should not be more than 8 characters, and it should not have special characters and spaces. And make sure that when you create the zone, you enable the DHCP. Once the zone is created, then you will go to the next section, which is VNet. It will be within the specific zone. Once you have created the VNet, you have to create a subnet and assign that subnet to VNet. Once this is done, then you will be able to see the details in the IPAM, that what kind of IP addresses are provided. I have explained you in detail. In next video, you will see step-by-step guide how you can set it up. So let us continue to the next lecture and understand how we can utilize the software-defined network feature in Proxmox virtual environment.